Hi, this is Kevin Deal from Upscale Audio, and today we're going to talk about the exciting Grimm MU2. I got to tell you guys something. Oh, Jordan.
Thank you.
Mr. Propellerhead. I was going to also nickname him Poindexter, but being in the state of California, he'll end up suing me saying that I did something.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just what happens here. I mean, I'm just waiting for the next one. Anyway, this is the Grimm MU2. This is a unique thing because I've got two employees working here that had pulled out products that were much more expensive and replaced it with this. You can replace your preamp, your streamer, your Roon Core, and your DAC. Everything is here. Plug it into a tube amplifier or a solid state amp, or plug it into your preamp if you love it that much. This thing does it all, and it does it in a different way, because I got to say something to you. I didn't get it at first, why these guys were bonkers about it, and I was listening to some stuff. I go, well, it is amazing. I set up a level-matched A-B with my reference, and I go, well, it is really, really good, but my reference is really, really good. And then I played Stevie Ray Vaughan, Couldn't Stand the Weather, that's why we'd have it here. I played Tin Pan Alley, and if you know that album, right, there's a lot of stuff happening from the guitar that goes kind of phasey from left to right, and the thing is, the guitar resonances, the sound of the guitar going over here and over there doesn't seem to make sense where it's coming from. And for the first time ever, listening to that, it made sense. It was whole. And that was shocking to me. The other thing that I have to say is it is so frickin' quiet, and it is eminently musical. So I want to talk about why that is, why people are turning stuff in and buying this, and a little bit about the history of the company, because they are a Dutch company, right?
That's right.
And we're going to give you a link to a couple of their founders talking about the engineering. Look, man, the Dutch have got it together, right? I mean, I've been there. I know a bunch of the engineers over there, some of the people that work for Prima Luna. These guys, I mean, they're real hot shots. I mean, but why wouldn't they be? Eindhoven is the center. I've been there. That's where Philips is located. I mean, it's a big deal. Electronics are the deal in the Netherlands. So why don't you tell us what is going on here?
Sure. So the Grimm MU2 is a fantastic piece that kind of replaces or can be used for different aspects. Starting off, this unit here is going to be considered a hub for your stereo system. We have a preamplifier, a streamer, and a DAC all integrated into one chassis. Actually, let's start off with the streaming portion itself. So this does utilize Roon. It has its own Roon Core built into it. Now, if you have a Roon at home, this can be set up as an endpoint, but Kevin, would you do that?
No, I would not. I have a Roon Core at home. I have a Roon, what's the name of it?
Nucleus?
The Nucleus Plus. And I love it, man. I'm a Roon freak because I sit at home with Miss Laura, my loving wife, and we will get on the iPad and we will discover music. You know, I remember when we fell in love with Leonard Cohen. It's like, what, he did this? And you know, and it's kind of and I love the reviews in Roon, and I love how it operates. So this is a Roon Core, right? I mean, this is all that you need, and it's built in. And I believe that's got to be better somehow, not traveling anywhere. So go ahead and give us more.
Yeah, you got it. So exactly, it's not going to travel far. There's no digital components connecting two devices together. Now, once we move on from our Roon Core internal, we do move into the DAC, which the DAC was built from the ground up by Grimm Audio, which, Kevin, do you remember the name of the DAC?
The major DAC.
There we go. So
I think.
Yeah, you got it. The major DAC is built from the ground up, utilizing their own FGPA board, utilizing their own filters that they created for this product. Now, once we move out of the DAC, we do get into the preamplifier, which, Kev, can you tell me more about how preamp works?
Well, I mean, the important thing about the preamp, first off, this has a line in and line out for XLR and single-ended. So this is a preamp and a bitchin' headphone amp, I gotta tell you. But you can plug in two analog devices into this, one with XLR, one with RCA, and then it also has two sets of line out. So if you want to run two pairs of amps, you could run one pair on balanced and one pair on RCA, assuming that you're able to adjust levels between them, of course. But what I love about it is the way that they address the volume control. I mean, some streamers, or some DACs rather, use digital volume controls. And as you lower and lower the volume, you're kind of tossing things out the window to get there, to lighten the load. Let's just put it that way. You lower the volume by getting rid of stuff, and that's not the way to do it. This uses a relay-based ladder resistor network volume control, and that's the best way to do it. It's the most expensive way to do it, and it was done elegant. I mean, and made in the Netherlands, by the way.
Yeah.
This is made in the Netherlands, right? I love that.
That's
anyway,
amazing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, going back, touching upon your components, or what can you connect to this? Now, we do get, as Kevin has said, we have a set of RCA and XLR.
What are the digital inputs?
Moving to the digitals, we do get Toslink, so we get optical, SPDIF coaxial, as well as AES EBU.
Okay.
So if you have any other digital components within your system, let's say a CD player, you're able to integrate it into here, as well as your analogs, making this the perfect hub for an audiophile system.
Right. You know, there's a guy who has another YouTube channel named Hans van Birkenhuizen.
That's better than I could have said it.
And maybe we'll put a link to his channel. He is a propeller head, but he's just fantastic. And he bought the MU1, which he got rid of stuff that was, you know, very expensive to buy that. The MU1 was this product without the preamp portion in it. He got the MU2, and he's just bonkers over it, and he explains it very, very well. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that excited to have people save money, but I don't care about that. It's an expensive piece, but the thing is, when you add up the cost of a Roon nucleus and a really good preamp and a streamer and a DAC, and you know, all of those things, it can get very, very expensive to get flagship stuff. This is going to be up there where it competes with stuff that is cost no object products, and I believe that. I believe that it is an amazing value for those people that treasure real musicality and truth in the recordings. I've only played it without the preamp station, without the preamp section in my system thus far, because I was doing A/B tests. But now I'm going to get rid of the preamp and see what happens. But man, it is super, super exciting.
It's phenomenal. I've been loving the piece. There is a way to control this unit without having to come up and use the giant button that's on the top. So this is going to be universal, because the way it works is you type in the IP address on a web browser, or you scan the little QR code that's on the front, and it takes you to the website in order to make all your adjustments, your changes. And a really cool part, Kev, that we haven't touched on, you can program almost any remote to work with this.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I want to be lazy, man. I want to do all this stuff from my iPad. And you can do that, or you use the magic circle here. All right, look. Come to our beautiful store, because I will be bringing it back. I'm taking it back home today. I will have it back, or maybe I won't. But we'll have one there for you to demo if you would like. Talk to our non-commissioned salespeople. We'll have you talk to Bill or Ash. I mean, the guys that actually bought them, and they'll tell you why and how much they love it.
That's right.
You know, at Upscale Audio, no one's on commission, and we really want you to be happy. Buy something that's iconic and fantastic and that inspires you. This MU2 is the real deal. Thanks for listening.